Hello, this is a new episode of Pints and Pages. I'm Nick.
I'm Brad.
I'm Levi.
I don't know, the camera winked at me.
Yeah, the camera did something funky. Is it okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. So Brad and I started in on conversation. Levi said we need to turn on the camera. So we were discussing the three newest episodes of Stranger Things.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Yeah, so spoiler alert, because we're going to be talking about them. I'm glad we only have to wait like 6 days for the finale, but I was glad to see that out of these 3 episodes, we got the whole explanation, and that I was glad that nobody was right on the internet that said that Vecna was going to end up being a soldier for the Mind Flayer.
Oh, there's no way. That's the thing, is the tier rankings of monsters in D&D they've stuck true to. Vecna's at the fucking top of the list. Like,
yeah, so
Vecna rivals the most.
I was glad that they stuck with that and went with a basically another world.
I was like, is he just like in Utah?
Yeah.
Or is it Mars? Like, there for a while, they're all looking for him, and I'm like, was he just in a tree in Utah and nobody's drove that way?
Yeah, that's the weird part, is that usually wormholes take you to another planet.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I mean, it's not like they have to. Technically, they're calling it a wormhole, but it's not. Like, it's like.
What if it's just a wormhole to Mars?
Yeah.
You know,
it's.
Here's my thing, too. This is very dark and selfish. Just blow it up. I'm sorry, but, like, you could just end it a lot quicker. You leave, the kids. It sucks. The kids kind of sacrifice. Yeah. Get them fuck out of here. Trap them on another planet. I mean.
They got to save Delightful Derek, so.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But we need dipshit Derek.
We need dipshit Derek. So, Levi, you obviously haven't watched and won't watch. So, basically what they revealed in these 3 episodes is that the Upside Down, which I know you've heard of, right?
Yeah.
They go into the Upside Down, which is basically the negative version of our world.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is. So in 11, Vanquished Henry, she sent him to a new dimension, but when she did, she created a wormhole, which is the Upside Down, which is a bridge between our world and the world that she sent Henry to.
Yeah, so. She essentially sent him to another planet. Just a random ass fucking other planet.
Essentially, they're just calling it another. They said originally they were going to call it Dimension X, and then they settled on the Abyss because of the D&D lore.
Right. Well, and it makes sense, but it's structured like a planet. They showed a space-like element, and I'm like, they label things over like, oh, it's another dimension, and in actuality, it's just the kids calling it something from fucking D&D.
Right. So I think that's why they didn't use the world. They keep calling it worlds. He's going to combine the 2. He's going to make the 2 worlds crash together.
Big old sandwich.
Yeah, they've strayed away from. They've shied away from calling it a planet.
So are you guys going to see what it's like when worlds collide?
Yes.
No. If Steve's plan goes through, we're only going to touch tips.
Yeah. Steve, it's fabulous to me that after all this time, Steve's the one that comes up with the plan. Yeah. Like the non-D&D player, the non-science geek, the non-AV geek. Yeah. Like, he's the one that's like, why don't we just do this? And they're all like, holy shit, that's like a really smart plan.
Well, he's the one that isn't clouded by all the knowledge and thought process, so he can stand out back and be like, well, Hold on, you guys aren't seeing this right.
Yeah. But yeah, they called it the Abyss, and somebody was like, "Why'd you call it the Abyss?" And everybody was like, "D&D." It was just like,
duh.
Yeah, duh. I did love when Erica was like, "So he's just been hiding out on that planet like a pussy?"
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be interesting do you think anybody dies in the last episode?
Oh, fucking. I hope that little mouthy bastard kid does. You know, the one that's like always like the mean fucking kid. Not Derek, but the skinny one.
Oh,
yeah, he was a fucking total dickhead this last episode.
Yeah, he kind of was.
I hope he either gets the shit scared out of him or like that's the one that doesn't make it back.
That's the one.
And his parents are like, "Yeah, we know he was a dickhead," and then that's the end of it.
I told a guy in the shop that came out. He came in to buy comics yesterday, and he asked me if I'd seen it, and I said yeah. And I said I have a feeling that the one person that we probably didn't expect to die is probably going to die in the last episode, and that is going to be Hopper.
Nah, the person you least expect to die is Mike. I'm like, Hopper, it would shock me if he didn't die.
I think what will happen is that Hopper will catch 8 trying to talk 11 into staying.
Yeah.
And Hopper will try to kill her, and she'll kill Hopper.
What if it's a tackle her into space?
And in turn, or I think in turn, 11 will have to kill her.
Yeah.
I think that's what's going to go down.
She already knows it. 11 already knows it too. You can tell.
Yeah.
But as far as main
that
characters
bitch is definitely turning on somebody. The kid in the comic book store yesterday, he brought up a good point. He goes, I'm wondering if, and I was like, the last episode's 2 hours, which is long, but I don't think it's long enough to give us that big of a curveball. He said, I think that 8's been working with the government and Henry all along. Like, 8 will end up turning on them.
I think she's got her own torturous fucking plan.
He's like, I think that she'll turn on them because I think that she's working with them, or she's done something. She's got a part in this that nobody's going to see coming. And I was like, I guess that makes sense. But I do think Henry's working alone. I don't think she's working.
Well, she makes a bunch of smoke and mirrors.
She does, which I think will come into play.
And
that last episode.
She supposedly lost everything, and like she got farmed for blood. They've got enough blood to fucking make kids.
Yeah, that was creepy as shit. I think Linda Hamilton looks like ass,
dude. Okay, her in that outfit, because I know she's not that wide and squat. Like she's still thin as fuck. And it just makes her look like a frumpy, bitchy old lady, and I hate it because my mind's trying to be like, you like this person, and I'm like, no, this isn't her.
Yeah, I was just like, oh my god, this is the fucking badass hot chick from Terminator 2, and she just looks like she looks like Sophia from the Golden Girls with a military outfit on.
Did they give the fucking soldier next to her heels when they were walking together? Because she looked so fucking short. And I'm like, she stood next to Schwarzenegger through Terminator and looked like a badass. Why does she look like a little fucking short,
she
like
looks
bitchy?
Like a curmudgeon.
Yeah.
Like, it is fucking terrible.
Who let their grandma into the military?
Yeah. And people on the internet are writing these 3 episodes, and I think it's unfair as fucking all get out, and that'll get me into a different tangent that I want to get into at some point in this episode. But there were so many parts that granted, I get it, they're wrapping shit up. I wasn't a huge fan of all the commentary. The Max and Holly interaction.
They could have. They definitely needed to make that shorter.
They could have cut that short.
It still needed to happen.
It needed to happen, but it didn't need to take as long as it did. The whole Jonathan Nancy thing.
That was a little.
I think needed to happen, but didn't need to take so long. The whole Will coming out thing needed to happen, but again, I think it drug a little bit.
Hey, yo, guys, I'm gay.
Yeah.
It's quick.
Like, hey, yo.
Yeah.
Dude.
He started listing too many interests, and I was like, I hope somebody's like, just spit it out, bro.
Yeah. I was waiting for somebody to go, come on, man, just tell us what the fuck's going on. Yeah. So there were definitely some, like, it was, like, scenes. I could feel that when they were writing them, they were probably, like, pouring their heart out because these are characters that they had lived with for years. So I guess I get it in that sense. Yeah. But watching it, it was like, okay, this is going a little long. But I'll tell you what, Karen Wheeler blowing up them fucking...
Dude.
I was like, let's go fucking Karen Wheeler.
See, here's the thing. We ain't had the blonde badass in a minute because she played the blonde badasser for a bit in the fucking beginning.
She...
albeit on a different conquest, but...
Yeah. She... Yeah. And then... I enjoyed Robin's little, like, one line when she was like, fucking, and then Miss Wheeler walks in and takes out the laundry.
Yeah.
Like, and her doctor, it's pronounced Frankenstein.
Yeah. Or the, when fucking Hopper's sitting there saying, it's too big to fit, and he's like, just let Steve do it. He's known for shoving it in when it won't fit. Why would you say that?
Yeah. When she tells, when Will is like, when you decided to come out, who did you tell? And she goes, the obvious choice, Steve.
Yeah.
And he's like, what do you mean the obvious choice?
Yeah.
And she's like, it was Steve. And I was just like, yeah, I mean, it was. So, Levi, you won't get this reference, but Brad had seen it, so I asked him. When they take Demogorgons.
Doug Dimmadome.
Yeah. And they need Will to get into the Mind Hive. So there's this whole thing where they're going to charge up its energy to kind of bring it back to life.
Yeah. Zap it. They're going to hit the defibrillator.
Yeah. So she's putting these stakes in the beast to wake it up. And Mike goes, hey, you ready, Dr. Frankenstein? And she goes, it's pronounced Frankenstein from Young Frankenstein.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was just... Yeah. And then they just went about their business. And I was like, that was amazing. Like,
and then
that was such a good, like, period, like...
And then you find out that fucking Grandpa's been taking the Wheelers to Indiana Beach.
Dad told me about that.
Motherfucker's out there. He's probably got one of my grandparents' fucking wedding rings or some shit in his pocket.
I loved the Indiana Beach reference, which means that those two guys, the Duffers, have done their Indiana... I mean, between the Bob and Tom bumper sticker and the...
it's like...
And the Indiana Beach, like, they've done their research on middle...
do you think there's any? I wonder if there's any like production staff that was on Parks and Rec.
Oh, I wonder because they mentioned a lot. In Indiana in that.
Indiana's a weird fucking thing where it's like a state nobody really wants to go to, but like people tend to know a lot about it for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
Levi, we're the easiest to shit on.
Levi, you brought this up when I brought up Indiana Beach because you had asked me if Kokomo had been brought up in Stranger Things.
Yeah, I've heard several streamers and influencers just randomly start bringing up Kokomo as like a small town. Like, I mean, the specific one I told Dad was one of the streamers I watched was saying something along the lines of, I think it was like grocery pricing or something like that where he lives, and he's like, I live in LA. I don't live in somewhere like, Kokomo, Indiana, middle of fucking nowhere. And I'm like, hold on. Where did that
pull that one out?
Yeah, how'd you pull that out of your ass? And like I was telling Dad, I've heard like 2 or 3 different streamers or YouTubers use that kind of reference towards specifically Kokomo, and I'm like, where the fuck is Kokomo getting this hype from?
Maybe they're Breakskate fans or something. I think it's about the only famous.
Yeah, I mean, I it's not mentioned. I don't remember. I think Lafayette was mentioned in Stranger Things, but
but you got sense. Purdue there.
I don't think Kokomo was. But I couldn't tell you anything that had specifically had Kokomo in it.
Yeah.
The TV show Styx was out of Fort Wayne.
Which one?
The one with Owen Wilson.
Oh, yeah.
It was it was out of Fort Wayne.
This didn't give me anything for modern day stuff, but I guess Kokomo is known as the city of first, the first successful gasoline-powered automobile, the first pneumatic rubber tire, the first aluminum casting, stainless steel, first aluminum casting and stainless steel casting, the first push-button car radio, and the first canned tomato juice. Other than that, they didn't give me a reason of what.
Red gold, baby.
Because automotive, the automobile and casting makes sense because of Chrysler.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily Chrysler.
Delco radio did the buttons.
You're going back before Chrysler on this one, and you're looking at like Duesenberg and fucking because that's all here, Studebaker.
But that's how I think that's probably
Elwood Haynes in 1894.
Okay, so it was Haynes International then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which would have turned into Chrysler, but that was a whole
Haynes
other company.
International is still over there.
Yeah.
But that's why Chrysler probably brought their casting plant, was because they were already doing it.
Yeah.
And then Delco makes sense for the push button radio because that's probably what they made over there at that Delco plant, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Developed by Delco Radio.
Yeah, it was Delco Electronics.
Yeah.
What?
It's credited as Delco was the one that created that push button radio.
Yeah, and they put them in all the General Motors cars.
Well, and there were, aside from like the main big people, there are a lot of manufacturing companies for like racing parts and aftermarket
Kokomo's
parts.
Like famous for
And first canned tomato juice was specifically for baby food.
Oh.
Baby juice.
Okay.
Still can't figure out why everyone's pulled Kokomo out of their ass.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
I don't know. Yeah, it's a
it's the smallest town with the most famous people that's ever been through there. Because there's people that roll through Kokomo all the time for shows and concerts. Yeah. Even if their career is slowly dying and that's why they're there.
Well, and you can't not go from I guess you can now, but back in the day you couldn't get from Fort Wayne or South Bend to Indianapolis without going through Kokomo.
Yeah. Or Logan if you were going.
Yeah, or Logan.
If you're going to South Bend from Indy, you're going through Logan. If you were going to Detroit, then you were going through Kokomo.
Yeah.
Which is probably why the auto manufacturing kind of...
landed in Kokomo. Yeah. Fort Wayne just put a bid in for, this is completely off fucking topic, but it hit my brain. Fort Wayne just put a bid in for the new Bears Stadium.
But Fort Wayne?
The city
I heard everybody in the fucking other corner was, but I didn't hear they were putting bid in that far over.
Like the city of Fort Wayne posted on Facebook a picture of, it said Soldier Field in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and it was put on there by the city of Fort Wayne, and they said, we're putting a bid together. Like, if everybody else in Northwest Indiana is going to put bids in, then I think all of Northern Indiana should.
Chris Martin should be like, yo, just build it here for free.
Yeah, no shit.
Just build it here for free.
But
So we may end up with 2 NFL teams?
Yeah.
Yeah, if they, I don't think they'll go as far as Fort Wayne because they would have to change their name if they go to Fort Wayne. To the Fort Wayne.
Here's the thing. We talked about this at work.
If they stay in Gary or Maryville or Hobart or stay up in the Northwest, they'll keep the name Chicago.
Yeah. And I think Chicago's still trying to push back on a name change even if they stay in that area. But there's a really easy workaround. You take a vote from the fucking people. It's either new or east. And then you just put New Chicago, East Chicago. And they can't say a fucking word.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. But
because those towns are right there in the corner. Like, just put them right there.
But yeah, I had heard that already, that they, even if they moved to Northwest Indiana, they were probably going to keep the name Chicago because, the New York Giants and the New York Jets play in New Jersey. Mm-hmm. Neither one of them are in New York.
I knew that.
And then the Dallas Cowboys play in Arlington, which is like a 45-hour drive out of Dallas. Like, they don't play in Dallas. So, like, a lot of those teams don't play in the actual cities that they...
It makes me think of the fact that everything, it seems like, in the U.S. is not where we say it is. Because the other thing that immediately goes to my brain is there's a clip from Cam Patterson on Kill Tony. And Big J. Okerson asks him, where are you from? Because wherever your accent is, that's that place. And he's like, I'm from Orlando. And someone mentions Disney World, and he's like, no, Disney World's not fucking Orlando. It's 45 minutes out of Orlando. They keep motherfuckers like me, he says a different word, motherfuckers like me out of Disney World.
Yeah, when he's like, no, motherfuckers have to fly into Orlando. It's not in Orlando.
Yeah. But just like all the teams, like you were listing, everything seems to be that way.
Yeah. What happens is, like, the Dallas Cowboys started in Dallas.
Well, yeah, I know that.
And then they had to move. And then technically New Jersey is just, like, it's just across the river.
Yeah.
Like, take a bridge.
Meadowlands is just, like, across the river from it just happens to be in New Jersey.
Yeah.
So I think the Baltimore Orioles they're in Baltimore. I was thinking maybe they were in Washington, D.C., but no, that doesn't make sense because the Washington Nationals are. But, yeah, they just, a lot of those places, But it'd be cool if they ended up in Fort Wayne.
I would love that.
That would be fantastic.
That'd be hilarious.
They haven't had a pro team. Well, they've got minor league teams. They haven't had a pro team. The Detroit Pistons were originally in Fort Wayne.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Indiana had the Pacers and in the ABA, and the Fort Wayne Pistons were in the NBA. And then the Pistons moved to Detroit, and then they merged the ABA and the NBA, and we had the Pacers. So,
yeah, we still got something.
Yeah.
I'm going to take it back to Stranger Things, because I know you had brought it up to both of us.
No.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You had brought it up to both of us at some point this week of bitching about critics and bitching about ratings and people shitting on stuff. The newest episode of Stranger Things is the lowest rated one at a 5.7.
That's because instead of getting up to poop during Max's speech, they sat there for it. If you'd have just got the fuck up, got your drink, took a whiz, walk the fuck away.
You would have been played an entire game of Battle Royale Fortnite.
Yeah, in all honesty.
Jesus Christ.
It wasn't that long, but it felt like it. It felt like a fucking eternity.
It hurt the episode much, though.
It did. It did really hurt the episode.
It seems like it.
Otherwise, I thought it was good. There was a lot of good, but it was just like you could have cut a full 20 minutes and just people sitting in there talking emotionally. Like a full 20 fucking minutes of that episode could just be cut.
Yeah.
And it would still be the same fucking episode. It'd still be the same
episode. You still would have got what you needed. And here's the thing.
You go find a hole. This is my hole.
Yeah.
And this isn't like most upvoted. It's just the first one that popped up. The number one comment is the amount of fake out deaths in this show is dizzying. And that's specifically with this episode.
Not Barb. Barb's dead as shit.
Barb's dead as fuck.
I've been waiting for Barb forever.
It was you thought that
a dog too.
You thought that the three were gonna die in the laundry room, but fucking Miss Wheeler came back and saved them. And you thought that
I knew she was pissed right away.
Oh God, yeah. Here's the problem with critics and people that review.
I was just saying, this is IMDb. This is people's reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. For this, just
Eddie didn't
season
come
5,
back.
it's sitting at like...
The bitch that got twisted into a pretzel right in front of Eddie's face didn't come back. A lot of people didn't come back.
Well,
there's some pretty
The critics have it at an 84%.
Okay.
Or an 8 out of 10
what
if this was
What do viewers have it at?
56.
Okay.
This is the season 2, season 5 as a whole.
Can we talk about how we watch kids full on shoot U.S. soldiers as well?
Yeah.
Like,
They
ain't coming back.
Nancy's up.
She's got problems.
She's got problems.
Dude, she's got some
fucking.
She walks up to Steve. Do you know how to fucking handle that weapon, soldier?
This was Levi. You'd appreciate this. He's got a gun. He pulls a gun out, and she goes, "Do you know what you're doing with that thing?" And he says, "Yeah, I've played Duck Hunt."
Yeah. And Dustin's like, he's exceptionally good.
I was just like, that was awesome.
Yeah.
I was like, Nancy's like, Duck Hunt? And Dustin's like, to be fair, he's really good.
Yeah.
I was like,
He listed other things, BB guns,
yeah.
all kinds of shit, squirt guns.
And he just ended,
guns.
he's like, I've shot BB guns. I'm pretty good at Duck Hunt.
Yeah.
It was just like, nice. The 80s references are fantastic.
I mean, hey, here's the thing.
The butthole, or no.
Well, no, going back to the Duck Hunt thing.
That stopping of the sentence. The butthole.
But, fucking Back to the Future, he sits there and he plays the fuck out of that arcade game when he goes to the Wild West. He's good at using a gun.
Right.
Just saying.
Right, no.
The logic is there. He could have done great.
They pull out an obscure 1985 Butthole Surfers album.
Yeah, and he's trying to sit there and play it. And,
yeah.
He's sitting there trying to play it, and she's like, you can't pick this or something. You said I could pick it, was more playing.
She goes, you can't, the soundtrack to the end of the world can't be the Butthole Surfers.
Yeah.
And he's like, you said I could pick whatever I wanted. And she goes, yeah, as long as it doesn't suck.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, that's awesome. So
they picked that. That was good, too. Good song to have.
It was a good song, yeah.
It fit for a fucking End of the World montage.
If the thing that pulled up is the same album, the album is called Cream Corn from the Socket of Davis.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck?
Butthole Surfers are, yeah.
I think different. Most people call it Cream Corn for short.
Well, yeah.
They, there's a TikToker that believes that because when they're having that argument, behind Mike is a poster of Pink Floyd's
The Wall, yeah.
The Wall. And he thinks that for the first time ever, David Gilmour is going to give people the rights and the song that they're going to pick to play at the end when they're doing everything is going to be Another Brick in the Wall, which will be the first time it's ever been used in a movie or a TV show.
Other than the
Wall.
Yeah.
Other than
Dude,
Pink
that'd
Floyd's
be fucking awesome.
So, like, this guy was just like, I got a feeling it's coming. I got a feeling it's coming.
I would hate that it's strange. I know everyone else loves it. I would hate that it's Stranger Things, but that would still be awesome for just everybody.
It would be appropriate with the fact... It would definitely be appropriate with the fact that we're in, 1987.
Right.
All the kids are D&D. It's a giant wall. Like,
here's the thing.
The wormhole is a wall.
Tube.
It's a tube.
It's a fucking tube.
They call it the wall. They're fighting a wall.
They didn't realize how fucking tall that motherfucker was because they zoom all the way out and it literally has like the rings of Saturn type deal around the two ends of the worlds coming together.
Yeah. It'll be. I think the last episode will be good. The people that are giving it shit, like, I understand because of the whole fact that there were parts of it that were too long. But my problem is that you've got to just, you got to give it its props to where, like I said, when you're sitting down, these guys are like, okay, like, this is the last season. We've got storylines to wrap up. Like, we We can't just end the show with no Nancy and Jonathan resolution. We can't end the show with, like, Holly's got to find herself. Did they take too long to do all those things? Probably. Yeah. But there were a lot of things that they had. Okay, we finally got, Will's got to come out, and 11's got this relationship with 8 that we got to figure out, and it was a lot of things that you got to clear up. And then it's so many more people now know about fucking. I mean, they brought the girlfriend in, and they brought the fucking teacher in, which was great.
Yeah.
Snookums or...
Yeah, so now the group has grown bigger, but every time the group gets bigger, it gets smaller.
Yeah.
So that's I bet you there's a pretty big death count.
You think? I wouldn't be surprised if the teacher dies, Murray dies. I think Hopper will die.
I could see Murray dying.
I think either Dustin or Steve's gonna die.
No, they both gotta die.
You think they both die together?
You die, I die.
Yeah, that's what they did say.
I die.
If I die, you die, or if you die, I die.
Yeah. If I die, you die. I'm gonna kill you on the way out.
The one thing I keep seeing repeatedly, and this is specifically with people, not critics, they're comparing the dialogue to CW shows.
Nah.
With how horrible the dialogue is. And they're specifically citing episodes 5 through 7.
That is too much analysis.
It was long, but it was still well written and good.
Yeah.
And acted out good. It was just, come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, if they're, okay, so we just got the Zack Snyder cut of this episode, and the actual cut... would have been 20 minutes shorter.
Yeah. I think that's unfair to say that it's CW. It was long.
Yeah.
It was just long.
Not to mention, if somebody bought CW yet, like all the companies buying each other, I'm sure it's a lot of the same fucking staff anyway.
Well, yeah, that could be. They asked the Duffers about a spinoff.
How the fuck can you do a spinoff?
They said they're working on something that will possibly be not a continuation, but like they said it could be an offshoot of the storyline, or
just write it like, I don't know. Call it Stranger Things, but it's a new kind of problem with a new theme.
It'll be a new cast.
Yeah. You got me running in and be like, this is just like Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, new cast.
So apparently
new characters in a new location.
Yeah. So. Apparently there's a couple different things in the works.
Keep it in Indiana.
Stranger Things Tales from 85, which is set between seasons 2 and 3.
Okay, I thought that was out, and it's an animated series.
Yes, it is animated. So that I'm just reading an AI overview that's listing shit. And then the other thing it lists is there are tie-in books like Stranger Things one way or another. But then it states that the Duffer Brothers have mentioned doing spin-offs with the universe.
Yeah. Somebody said something about Nancy getting her own show, and they kind of shot that down pretty quick. They were like, no, if we do, and that's kind of what wording I was looking for. If we continue the Stranger Things universe, it'll be new characters, new cast.
Here's what you do.
It won't be a Stranger Things thing.
What you do to tie in a new series is you go back to the tunnel system, but then you reveal a creature that was actually digging those tunnels, and it's a goddamn graboid, and it cuts to Kevin Bacon. And
Tremors?
Yeah. Tremors has been Stranger Things this whole time.
So, reading an article with someone who did an interview with the Duffer Brothers, they confirmed, because everyone was theorizing you guys would get an 11-centric spinoff or a Steve and Dustin adventure. Those are not happening. They're kind of like what you said, whole new story, whole new characters, same universe, different beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear about what happened in Hawkins?
And it'll have...
It's kind of like that big monster over there.
That's basically what they said. There will be small lines that tie it to make sure it's all in the same universe, but the shows will not be linked.
What would be cool is if they really did do something like where somebody, like, something happened, and it's a group of kids playing Magic and not D&D. Yeah. And then they're just like, they start calling them creatures for Magic the Gathering instead of Vecna and the Mind Flayer and Demogorgons. They're calling them characters for Magic the Gathering. That would be fun.
It's the evil planeswalker coming, jumping plane to plane,
Yeah, they'll call him. Instead of Jace, it'll be
Henry.
Yeah, or
Junior. Well, because they're using the blood and all the pregnant ladies,
no kidding.
They called me Junior.
They did ask, the interview that I saw, they asked them if they were going to leave the end of this open-ended, and they kind of skirted around the question a little bit.
Did you guys know you have an official prequel?
Yes, it's a musical.
Yeah, it's a stage play.
It's a stage play, not a musical, it's a stage play. It's supposedly it's canon. But I don't fucking like that at all. Because, I mean, where am I ever going to see that?
If you can show me what the spark between Mr. and Mrs. Wheeler was in the beginning, I'd like to know. Because that schlumpy fucking can't even wake up to help his
This is supposedly
kids' friends.
Supposedly Henry grew up with all of them. Henry grew up with Hopper and...
Oh, they fucking knew him?
Yeah, he went to school with all of them.
Yeah, I bet you Hopper was a Boy Scout with him. And he's like, yeah, remember that time you killed that guy?
Yeah, supposedly like Hopper and
the synopsis,
Jane Byers, and they were all in school together.
The synopsis is: before the world turned upside down, Hawkins, 1959, a regular town with regular worries. Young Jim Hopper's car won't start. Bob Newby's sister won't take his radio show seriously, and Joyce Maldonado just wants to graduate and get the hell out of town. When the new student Henry Creel arrives, his family finds that a fresh start isn't so easy, and the shadows of the past have a very long reach.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird because they don't play like Henry is their age.
Well, I mean, he looks kind of...
Well, and then he killed his whole family. Well, he killed his mom and his sister, and then his dad got blamed for it and sent to prison. And Henry was in, like... But then they're like... But Henry went to high school with these guys. And I was like, how did Henry go to high school?
The motherfucker was in, like, the 1920s.
Yeah, I was like, this is weird.
I thought this was a Pennywise situation.
Yeah. It could have been.
No, I don't know. It's kind of... It's weird because Henry was not much older than 11 portrayed in the show.
Correct.
Like,
you can only see the stage play in London.
Oh. I feel like he would have been closer to like fucking John Byers' age.
Right.
Like Steve's age.
Yeah. Steve and Nancy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not Joyce and...
Yeah. Well, I don't know. They don't really say what their age gap is. Maybe they're supposed to be younger people than what they appear, but we're all fucking old as shit now since this started. Even I look older.
That could be. Does it give Henry Creel's birthday in there?
He was born in the year 1944. That's what I was looking at.
So in 85...
He'd be fucking 41.
Joyce is 41, 42 at the beginning of season 1.
So, yeah, he would have been... He just looks young. Superpowers, man.
How is he...
Yeah.
Huh.
Superpowers. When you spend time sucking the nightmare juices out of fucking kids, you tend to look young.
What's in the briefcase from the guy that he fucking killed?
Oh, I don't remember.
They don't show it. What do you think's in the briefcase?
I bet you opens it and it's all that black shit.
Is this Pulp Fiction?
It's all that.
All I heard was what's in the briefcase.
You know what I mean? The smoky black shit.
What's in the box?
Oh, God.
It's that dude's wife's head.
Yeah, I don't. Somebody asked that question the other day on Facebook. I think it was.
What if it's a note? What if it's a note that says "Gotcha"?
What the fuck? Got. Gotcha.
That's why he turns evil. He's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
I mean, he kills that guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
dude, what a worthless guy.
What a brutal way for a fucking a child in a Boy Scout outfit.
Well, what was he so fucking paranoid
of? Yeah, what was he paranoid
of?
Maybe something in the... Maybe... Oh, I wonder if he was like a government official.
Well, and
he had that... what do they call that? Matter.
Yeah, the new shit.
Is unstable matter? No.
God,
they called it
I can't remember, yeah.
They called it something.
Yeah. It's not dark matter.
It's not dark matter.
Exotic matter.
There you go.
Matter.
Exotic, yeah. Exotic matter.
I wonder if he's got exotic matter.
From the jungle.
From the jungle. They're going to figure out that it's vibranium.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Adamantium.
Yeah. They really wanted to stay away from naming it anything relatively close to matter, something like blank matter.
Yeah.
Because I'm like anti-matter. Like, that's all been in comic books and all kinds of shit. And they're like, nobody's ever said exotic matter. It's got to be that. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like we can't. The Da Vinci Code used antimatter, and they've been using all sorts of different matters and fucking marbles, so we got to pull something out of our ass. So, yeah. I didn't mind the 3 episodes. I thought they were good. I'm looking forward to the final one. It should be really good. I don't know if Mary Max is playing it.
I'll be honest. For as long as all this shit took, there should have been more episodes. Like, did they just dick off the whole fucking time?
Like,
this sure feels like they just been dicking off. If this all we get's 8 episodes,
it's crazy because like, it's like they thought it was gonna go longer. Then they kind of had to like shrink it into what they've got.
Except for one section, they didn't shrink.
Yeah. So it's it's definitely been weird. But I mean, it comes out I think New Year's Eve at 8:00, and so I mean, I'll be at Bonus Pint. So if they're playing it at Mary Max, unless they're playing it multiple days, I won't get to see it at the movie theater. I'll just watch it on Netflix New Year's Day. So they think we're planning on doing trivia and
that's
DJ
right.
at Bonus Pints on New Year's Eve.
DJ Khaled.
You said it comes out New Year's Eve?
I thought it hit Netflix New Year's Eve at like 8:00 or something.
Well, Mary Max doesn't have it listed on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, so they're not doing it.
They must not be getting it then. It might have only been AMC theaters or specific theaters that got the Stranger Things finale. So so where are we at?
43 minutes.
Okay, so we've got a little bit of time. So I want your guys' opinion on something that I came across the other day when I was watching a movie, and I'm not gonna say it was a fucking classic. I wasn't watching a classic. By the way, speaking of classic, I watched Homeless for the holidays with Al Snow. Just to let you guys know, there's no reason to watch it. But there is a dance-off between Al Snow and the uptight British butler.
No fucking way.
Yeah, no. God. There's a dance-off. He challenges him to a dance-off, and it might be the only reason to watch it. But anyway, I digress. I watched it. Can't get that time back. I was watching a movie the other day, and it was just a movie. It wasn't like I was watching it for entertainment purposes, because that's what you do. And a movie, sometimes a movie's not worth watching, and sometimes it is. But it got panned by the critics really hard because, like, oh, the plot wasn't this, and the thing wasn't this, and this didn't happen, and this didn't happen. I hate when they don't take movies for what they're worth. Like,
what movie was this? Sorry.
A Family Plan 2. It's just supposed to be a movie that a whole family could sit down and watch. Like, it's got a mom and a dad and 2 kids, and they're fighting an organization of crime, and he's an ex-assassin, and she's a track and field coach, and, like, it's just one of those movies where you watch it not expecting for it to win an Academy Award.
Oh, yeah, I get that.
And then, like, but the critics treat it like it's, like, on the same level as fucking Citizen Kane. And it's just like, it's not. Like, why don't you compare it to other shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, other shit that's like it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm so sick of these. I'll bring it full circle with my existence, and that's wrestling. Like, you got this guy that used to give out, he still does it. I don't know why, he's a fucking jackass. But he gives out stars for matches. So he's like, oh, that was a 5-star match. Oh, that was a 5-star match. So for years, that's all he did was like, oh, this was a 2.5 out of 5, or it was a 3 out of 5, or whatever. Well, he at some point he had given out so many 5-star matches, he started to give out 6 and 7-star matches out of 5. Oh, this is a 7-star match. Dude, stop. Was it a good match or was it a bad match?
Right.
Like, how about you dissect, like, if your whole dissection of the match was like, oh, I gave it 7 stars because there was 25 near falls and the dudes flipped and shit 50 million times. Some people don't like watching that shit.
Yeah, that metric is, like, way askewed.
Correct. Because, like, did it make you feel anything? Did it, like, were they telling a story, or were they just jumping fucking around? I feel like it's the same way with movies. It's like, okay, I get it. Citizen Kane was they're going to give it a high rating, and they thought it was a great movie. But you can't base everything off of that. Was it not graded?
No, I'm
the
shaking
dog.
my head at JoJo because I can hear it through the headphones.
Oh, they like some of these movies, like that's not what they're shooting for. They're shooting for, like, hey, yeah, I made this movie. It's, it's not going to win any awards, but I had fun making it, and I think people had fun watching it. Like, and you can't grade it on that. Did you have fun watching it? Did you feel like, did you just sit and you were like, oh yeah, it wasn't half bad? Why did you have to worry about whether or not it was, all the dialogue was perfect, or, the, like, different shit like that? It just doesn't make sense. I hate that that's how they grade people on shit. Like, I get it. You can criticize something without saying it's complete dog shit, I guess. Just like we just did with Stranger Things. Oh, yeah, there were parts about it that we didn't like, but I would never say don't watch it.
I don't know. People are just too goddamn... People are too serious about entertainment and then not serious enough about common sense.
And you've seen it, so you can give us your opinion. The Family Plan 2 is much, much worse than it should have been. The first film is an enjoyable family-centered action comedy. This second film is somehow neither action nor comedy, but a tired and uninspired thrill retread dominated by Wahlberg doing his best ever disgruntled dad impression. What a tremendous waste of a proven cast, great locations, resources, and viewers' time.
See, people are putting way too much emotion. Like, this is something that hinges life or death for the person who watched it. Like, this is a catastrophe because it wasted so much of your fucking time. And I'm like, sorry, but no. Like, it's not that fucking deep, bro. That is just someone being rude for the sake of being rude. They have no other identity in the world other than to trash things.
Yeah, like I sat through it, and at the end of it, I would not have said in any way, shape, or form that was a waste of time. Like, I watched it. Was it like, would I go? I mean, the only reason I'm bringing it up is because I thought that it was like, I don't think that either one of you would enjoy it. I think Papal would.
Right.
Well, here's the thing, though.
It's got its audience, but it like. Would I run out to the hills and go, oh my God, everybody needs to go watch Family Plan 2? No, but it followed the first film. It continued the first film. It did have some action. I felt like they tried to tell more of a fucking story. They tried to make it more about the kids this time. And that didn't bother me.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't bother me. I thought it was a decent, I mean... It was worth watching for me, but I get it that like people wouldn't want to sit down and watch it, but I don't understand a critic that sits down and watches it and just is like, this is pathetic. Like, dude, you can't do any fucking better.
Well, and it's the whole waste of time thing's what fucking throws me off, because in my opinion, every single movie, television show, and everything you watch for entertainment is a goddamn waste of time. You're just sitting there wasting fucking time,
right? Doing
nothing but watching something that gives you no benefit to your life whatsoever. You're just entertaining.
Like, your job is to write. Your job is to write a review on a movie.
Yeah.
So you didn't waste your time. You watched it to give a review of the fucking movie.
Yeah.
So why don't you just give us an educated...
That was an audience, not a...
Oh, that was an audience? Well... Yeah.
But still...
There's no way. There's no way. Was that on Reddit or IMDb?
No, this is on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, it's on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, there's no way. That is a guy that he probably has... He's probably a... There's no way that he would have wrote that and he's just some random dude. You know what I mean?
Who the fuck goes out of their way to go write a review about a movie? I'm assuming you sat down and watched with your kids, because if you sat down and watched that bitch by yourself, like, why do you have to go tell people how much you didn't like it?
Right.
You just said, right. What are you missing? Like, people, like, you're shouting for attention so others will fucking look at you.
Well, to be that dedicated to writing something that literary, like he took his time, he chose his words. Like, that is not a guy that is just like, I feel like getting on Rotten Tomatoes and telling them my fucking opinion. And honestly, I've never watched a movie. Even with as bad as I just told you Homeless for the Holidays was, which I wouldn't recommend unless you wanted to just see Al Snow. I did enjoy seeing somebody that I personally knew on the screen. But anyway, I've never watched a movie and at the end of it thought, I need to go on Rotten Tomatoes and tell them how bad this movie is. Or even how good this movie is.
I'm starting to just, like, I never looked at Rotten Tomatoes anyways, but I'm starting to think it's all just fucking fake, because...
It's movie poop shoot.
Well, what I'm saying is like, reading all of these critics, and you can separate them, all critics, top critics, all audience, verified audience. The audience speaks more educated and actually gives a more detailed description, whether they like it or hate it. Half these fucking critics are one-liners, a complete disposable family action comedy. That's the whole fucking review.
And see, it's not... There's no reason for them to be... This goes back to what Brad just said. There's no reason for them to say disposable. Be a decent human being and put what it is. A completely interchangeable family action movie. Yeah. That's what it is. That's what the first one was. That's what this one is. That's what Spy Kids was. That's what Spy Kids 2 and Spy Kids 3 and Spy Kids 55. That's what they all
They're not trying to win awards. They're trying to sell copies to the fucking children.
That's what half of what fucking... That's what Jumanji was. And, it's an interchangeable family action movie. There's no reason for you to put the words disposable on it.
I'm gonna drill my fucking point home. Top critic on Rotten Tomatoes. That's his review.
The Family Plan 2, too dumb to be dumb fun. And he can't even spell shit out.
Yeah, that's a top critic.
He's a decider.
He's a decider. You know what we should do?
Let's decide to go egg his house.
We should.
I love that.
We need to.
The harmless fun of egging a house.
Should I make it my life mission to become a decider on Rotten Tomatoes?
No, we should make a whole brand new website that critiques critics.
Oh my god!
And all we do is be like, okay, this critic usually has some good points, but he likes to be a dumbass and not spell his fucking words out. He's also negative on everything. He never gives a positive review.
Once a month, we should find somebody, click on them, and read all their reviews, and then review the reviewer.
Yeah. Make it new fucking...
We'll have to pre-screen that, because if we just click a random one, this guy, just in this year, I'm looking at like over 50 fucking movies and TV shows just this year he's reviewed.
Well, we would pick stuff that we've actually seen.
Right.
Like,
you pick the most unhinged fucking comment they put. You go to a movie that you absolutely love and you know it's fantastic, and you find the most asshole fucking actual
or
critic.
You could do that. You could do it by the movie.
Like, find a movie we know is good. Like, and we know the world knows it's good.
Yeah, like Superman, or what other movies did we watch?
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
You know who probably got killed in reviews, but we enjoyed it in the Naked Gun movie. I thoroughly enjoyed that, but I can tell you right now.
I remember when we talked about it, the critics loved it.
Oh, I was
at least at that moment.
I bet the critics fucking hated it. So
I was just saying, if I remember correctly, at that time,
that's probably one of those movies they seen, and they're like, "Dude, if we shit on this, they'll kill us for real." Like, we got to be nice on this one.
Liam Neeson will murder us if we tell everybody this was a bad movie.
I'm going to go back and see. Yeah, it's still sitting at an 87.
Oh, an 87.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's fair. What's Fallout?
Oh, Fallout's sitting at a 95, both audience and...
Okay. All right. Both audience and critics?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's specifically Season 2. Fallout Season 1, I'd have to look up real quick.
Okay. All right.
Season 1 was a 93 and a 93.
Okay. What was the other show that... so Stranger Things was...
Think about it this way. It's like all the shows that have more purchasable merchandise available at every store you've ever been to has the highest ratings. Like, how's that work? Because there are some parts in Fallout that really okay, this is stupid. There are some fucking parts in there that piss me the fuck off.
Have you watched episode 2?
I think so.
The one where...
Oh, he's left in the fucking thing after the scorpions?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The episode was fine.
Okay, right now, that's one of them that's pissing me off because neither one of them need to be just such pains in the ass to each other.
That's what I told him. I was like,
no fucking reason on either side of it.
Lucy is like, I hate watching a character that is clearly going to keep making the right decision and get fucked for it.
Well, she knows it's the wrong decision.
She knows it's the wrong decision.
I'm going to preface this with I don't disagree with your point, and I told you that day.
Right.
But to me, every time I think about it, it's the perfect dichotomy of Fallout. If you try to be the good person or do the good thing in Fallout, you're just going to get fucked in every game you play. If you play like the ghoul, you're going to get everything you want. You're going to take everything you want and never have a fucking issue. You just won't have a friend with you.
Right. And you brought up a good point that this is like she's playing the Vault Dweller like how the Vault Dweller would be. Like, which is choosing the right way. But I
don't
agree
know.
with
Some
you.
of them vault dwellers would not.
I agree with you. Like, I'm having trouble with her. Like, she knows that the ghoul is going to get her to her end game, but she keeps fucking him over.
Well, and that's the thing.
And he knows that he needs her.
Like,
and he just keeps being a fucking unrelenting prick to her.
Yeah.
Well, she kind of quit listening. It's like you can...
That too.
You can get to both sides. You can, like, agree with both sides all day long, but until you realize that both sides are fucking stupid equally... Then it's like, okay, yeah, they just need to fucking knock it off. They've been walking together long enough. Where's the brains? I'm tired of it.
Yeah, I don't...
Smart people
I don't care for the fact that, like, she knows that, like...
She's seen more shit than a lot of people.
She's just like... It's like one episode you sit through and you're like... She's like, I just want to get... Here, I want to, we got to stop my dad, we got to do this, and then, like, some fucking slave in a fucking
that bitch
turban shows up, and she's just like, I'm going to save this bitch's life, and we're going to take this side quest, and it's just like...
if you don't know that, she's a slave, specifically a sex slave for the Legion.
And it's just like, why? Like, to the ghoul's point, like... What do you do? I thought our goal was to fucking stop your dad. Why are you now concerned with this bitch's life? Like, it was just like, I was just like, what the fuck? Seriously? Like, and then as she's standing there looking at both of them, I was like, well, we all know you're going to choose the bitch. And we all know that at the end of the fucking third episode, the bitch is going to fuck you over. And the ghoul's going to have to save your life again.
It's going to be at the beginning of the third episode.
Yeah, like, this bitch is going to turn on you. He's going to save you. And we're going to be right back to where we were. You two walking to fucking Vegas.
My favorite thing, and I don't disagree with your statement, but everyone has said the word, she's going to turn on her. It's not turning on her. She never fucking agreed to be her friend or anything.
Yeah.
Lucy went out of her way to go, I'll give you a stim pack. Hey, let me take you to your people, your slave owners.
Yeah. It's just like, what the fuck? Seriously? That's what I thought when I was watching it. I was just like, man.
Yeah. And then she's like, let's hope you don't get fucked by the wrong guy. Yeah. And then boom, vanished.
Yeah. Yeah. And I get it, as they were writing the show and they were doing their shit, they were probably like, well, we gotta have Lucy do this because she's the good person and it's good and evil and yin and yang and blah blah blah.
That's why I'm loving Maximus so much this season, because he seems to be our middle ground. Because we've seen him where he's like, first season he's trying to do the good thing, be the good guy, he's not really a fan of the Brotherhood. But as that's ended, into season 2, he has gone full into being the sword to their shield.
Yeah, but now he's also like, I think I'm out. Like,
that too.
At the end of this episode, he's like, hey, I'm going to bail like bitch boy old me used to.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the Civil War, because I don't know if I know you don't know, I don't know if you know. The Commonwealth is Boston and the DC area where Fallout 4 and 3 take place. This simple and easy rundown, the Brotherhood, when the bombs first dropped, it was a mixture of all the military people and some other people that were just patriotic, all came together slowly as they got bigger and tried to take over and take more control over the different parts of the U.S. They split into an East Coast, West Coast factions, as we see now. And that's why they were kind of shitting on the Commonwealth, is because all of the other factions that were there are part of the West Coast, and you see that they're very much, some of them aren't, but most of them are still into the very religious aspect of the Brotherhood. The Commonwealth side is not like that at all. They are straight military. Like our old military, we have one general, his orders go, fuck the religion part of this. We're here to take all the technology. It's for us, for our good doing, fuck everybody else. So we're about to see, and it's always been rumored in the games that there's been brewings of a civil war, and so for it to possibly finally happening, I'm so fucking excited.
Yeah, I like the actor that showed up at the end.
Kumal, or Kumuna, whatever the fuck his name is.
Kumal something.
I just watched his special.
You watched his special?
I also listened to his Conan episode.
His Conan episode's really good. I listened to that too.
Yeah,
Kumail Nanjiani.
Nanjiani.
I know that's how his last name's usually said.
Yeah, his Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend episode is really good. And yeah, his special was good. The best part of his special was the whole fucking having to buy weed and hang out and watch The Matrix.
Yeah.
Like, I miss going to my drug dealer and just having to sit with random people and watch 2 hours of The Matrix.
Yeah.
So, but I enjoy him. So how does Macaulay Culkin, what is Caesar?
So Caesar
Kaiser
depends on who you are. Caesar Kaiser. I always fuck it up and reverse them, even though I've played the game a shit ton, so I won't fuck it up again. One of the names is what the followers, his people, call him. Everyone else calls him the other to make fun of him. But and it sounds like it should be Caesar and Kaiser, but if I remember, it's flipped. The Legion call him Kaiser.
Yeah.
And everyone else makes fun of him and calls him Caesar.
Yeah, because people who like the Legion will correct you over it.
Yeah.
And people who don't like the Legion don't give a fuck. And that's usually because the real life, you'll try to pronounce it right.
Right.
It's
so
incorrect.
What is he in charge of?
He's in charge of the Legion.
Not the Brotherhood.
No, the Brotherhood of Steel is a whole nother faction.
Okay, so the Legion is who that slave bitch belongs to.
Yes.
Okay.
And they are
we should see him maybe next episode.
No, Caesar should be fucking dead. That is a big point. They've shown several pictures, images, parts, and trailers that looks like we will see Caesar alive in modern day. If that's the case, they've broken the Fallout New Vegas canon. They did what they said they weren't going to do, and I'm going to get pissed.
Unless they declare a new one.
That will be a whole different thing. But the guy that they've shown looks almost identical to Caesar. So unless they give us some reason why there's a guy that looks identical to him, because Caesar has a brain tumor in New Vegas, and no matter what ending you choose, no matter any of the endings, whether you choose them to be the winners, the losers, or they're just neutral in the end, he dies. He dies right after the battle.
Maybe it's a flashback. It'll be a flashback.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Teaching people what's going on or what happened.
But to give you the rundown on Caesar,
well, that sucks because then that means that's all Macaulay Culkin's going to be in his flashback.
No, we know he is active
so
because of
Caesar.
Trailer footage we see.
So he's not Caesar then,
unless they choose a new emperor.
Yeah, I was gonna say my assumption is their second in command, which we have seen his armor, but we haven't seen the face of the guy. My assumption is the second in command will take over. And take on the role as Caesar, probably calling himself Caesar.
Yeah.
But to give you the rundown, Caesar's Legion, when the bombs dropped and everyone kind of got back on their feet, they are a group of people. I don't remember who and how they started, but they started in Arizona. They took over a football field, used that as their base, like a whole football stadium. And slowly as they gathered ranks, and from the beginning they they built this Roman legion, replicated Roman government, like ancient Rome government and their military tactics. They slowly started pushing out towards east, got all the way out to Denver, set up and stayed there. And then at some point, and I don't think in Vegas we ever got a specific reason, they moved from Denver back over to Vegas. And they're trying to take over in the game, which is 15 years before the TV show. They're trying to take over Hoover Dam to overthrow Vegas, Mr. House, and the NCR to take control and have unlimited power because the dam, it gives you all the electricity you need because it powers Vegas to this day. In the universe.
With this show, they're like, well, fuck the dam. Because they have the cold fusion or whatever.
Now, that's only the Brotherhood that has it now.
But everybody knows, there's a lot of people that know about it.
Yeah, Caesar probably wouldn't, though, because they use guns and technology, but none of the lower ranks do, and they try to keep it out as much as possible. So even if they had heard of it, it'd be one of those things where like, yeah, we don't fucking care. But they are a force to be reckoned with. Like in New Vegas, the first time you see them, you're walking from, I can't remember where, I think it's Prim, to like on your route to New Vegas, and you end up going through a town that as you're walking up, you just see smoke billowing out over rooftops and shit. And as you get closer, there's just people crucified on both sides all the way down the streets. And you get to the end, and it's just a subsection of Caesar's Legion, which are the Khans, which I've mentioned before.
Khan.
Yeah. They went through, and their more religious aspect of Caesar's Legion, because they're like, oh, these people were living in sin, so we murdered them all and crucified them. Took the women as slaves, crucified everybody else.
You know what another wording for that whole situation is?
Raping and pillaging?
No, like
an afternoon.
I walked down the street and there were just a bunch of people hanging out.
I wouldn't call that hanging out.
I mean, they were kind of hanging out.
Sunbathing?
Yeah. Sunbathing. Yeah.
They all decided to do a Jesus cosplay contest.
I mean, technically, they're hanging out.
Yeah. What am I, the judge of a cosplay contest? He just walked down. You guys need to shower.
The other dumb thing, I loved when we got the flashback to Shady Sands and the NCR guy walking in there just repeating, patrolling the Mojave makes me wish for a nuclear winter. That is the most common line when you just go talk to a random NCR trooper. That's just what they say. So the fact that they had him repeat it just over and over again is essentially a Easter egg and to simulate what you would deal with in New Vegas, the game.
Nice.
Because you hear that constantly. Whether you actively walk up and talk to them, it'll be one of the first lines, or you can just be walking past guards and sometimes they'll say it, and it's like, motherfucker, fuck off. We're in a nuclear winter.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of already there. All right, where are we at? I think we're...
Hour 12.
Yep, I think we're good. I'll start off by saying thanks for listening. Please like, share, subscribe. Catch us on YouTube and all the streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple, all that fun stuff. 56 views for our podcast last week.
Nice.
So nearly double of some of our other
59.
ones. Well, we're up to 59. So
yeah.
So great time. Just keep listening. Tell your friends. Hit that like and share and subscribe button for all our fun stuff. And I'm Nick.
I'm Brad.
I'm Levi.
And this has been Pints and Pages.